Alright, welcome back to another YouTube video. Time to talk about Raw, not SmackDown, NXT, AEW Dark Impact Wrestling. So, McIntyre and Goldberg kicked off the show. Basically said, Goldberg says you're next. Drew McIntyre says he's going to beat Goldberg. And then they beat up Miz and Morrison. Next, Shayna versus Charlotte, which turned into a 3-on-3 tag match because Nia Jax interferes. So we had Nia, Shayna, and Lacey Evans versus Dana Brooke, Mandy Rose, and Charlotte. And Charlotte, Rose, and Brooke win. Sorry. Why does it list two things as a result? Oh wait, they did win. They did win one count out, and then they lost. So there were two matches there. Xavier Woods versus Slapjack. Xavier Woods beat Slapjack, and then Retribution beat him up. And they also told him to send a message to Kofi. R-Truth and Riddle interrupt the VIP lounge. Yeah. R-Truth gets chased by 24/7 people, and then Riddle hits a knee on MVP to set up for their gauntlet match later, which is Matt Riddle going through all three members of the Hurt Business, which he did, to get a U.S. title shot at Bobby Lashley, which he's going to get. So there you go. Morrison and Sheamus. Sheamus wins. And then he wants to fight both of them in a handicap match and then loses. So no one that just what about that. AJ versus R-Truth. AJ wins. Next. Alexa's Playground with no guest, just her backstage swinging on a swing set talking about the Rumble and talking about the Fiend. The Fiend's she said when the Fiend comes back, he's gonna beat Randy. And she said she's gonna win the Rumble. So there you go. Edge, he's in the 2021 Rumble, just like he was in the 2020 Rumble, which I was at. Asuka versus Alexa Bliss. Match ends in a no contest because Randy comes out and RKO's Alexa. And the ref didn't call for the bell. Which is why it was a no contest as opposed to like a DQ finish or whatever. Alright. AEW Dark. So I can go through these matches in one fell swoop. Miro beat Fuego del Sol, as to be expected. Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy beat Aaron Solo and Lee Johnson. Terrell, Devon's boys, Terrell and Terrence, lost to SCU, obviously. KC Navarro and Mabuda lost to Butcher and Blade. Sorry. Ray Phoenix versus Baron Black. Ray Phoenix wins. Shanna versus Kylan King. Shanna wins. Britt Baker versus Brooke Havoc. Britt Baker wins. Abaddon versus Vert Vixen. Abaddon wins. Mike Verone and Risen versus Santana and Ortiz. Santana and Ortiz win. Divina versus Ty Conti. Ty Conti wins. Red Velvet versus Mad Gronkowski. Red Velvet wins. Sean Maluda, Uso's brother. One of the Uso's brothers, I think. No, that's not him. Lance is their brother. Sean Maluda is just another Samoan related to The Rock. Got it. Anyway, Sean Maluda versus Danny Limelight. Danny Limelight wins. Evil East versus Jasmine Ward. Ivelisse wins. Powerhouse Hobbs versus Jake St. Patrick. Powerhouse Hobbs wins. So yeah, AEW Dark was what it was, I guess. Was it good? Was it bad? Who cares? I mean, you technically should, right? Because I'm telling you about it, so I guess that means I care. Anyway, Impact Wrestling results. We have. Where are they? There they are. What was his first match? Was it Moose and Sammy? Oh, sorry. Yes. Rich Swann comes out. Tommy Dreamer comes out. Willie Mack comes out. Moose comes out. Sandy Callahan, Chris Bay. They all fight, and then they stop. And then Rich Swann says, "Let's do my 3 guys against your 4," because Ken Shamrock comes out. So it was 3-on-4. But wait, Trey Miguel comes back. So look at the win there. That 4-on-4. The Faces got the win, right? Let me check. Yes, the Faces won that. Who? Somebody rolled up Sammy, right? Who was it? Trey Miguel that got the win? Yeah. Yeah, it was Trey Miguel. Cousin Jake versus Joe Doring. Joe Doring wins, and then Eric Young is basically leaving the Violent by Design towel at Jake Something's feet. So basically, he's telling him to join us. Fire and Flavor Festival, which devolved into Havoc and Nevaeh wanting to go back after that, or wanting to fight Kiera Hogan and Tasha for the Knockouts tag titles. Tenille versus Rosemary. Rosemary wins, and then somebody attack her after? No. Larry D was backstage with Crazy Steve. He slaps him. So we're gonna get Larry D versus Crazy Steve. Why? I don't know. Why somebody asked for this? I don't know, because I didn't ask for it. Eddie Edwards versus Brian Myers. Brian Myers wins via DQ because Eddie bit him. So there you go. Matt Cardona, and Josh Alexander versus Ace Austin and Madman Fulton. Cardona and Alexander win. And yeah, Josh Alexander was literally on a team not too long ago with Ethan Page, but why not? Why not put him on a team with somebody else? And Brian Myers and Matt Cardona had a little backstage thing, so we're probably gonna get a match again with them, I guess. All right, AEW. So match card as follows: Jericho and MJF versus Varsity Blondes. Jericho and MJF win, as to be expected. It was the right move for them to win. Jungle Boy versus Dax Harwood. Jungle Boy wins. Tully and Cash were handcuffed to Luchasaurus. And then after Jungle Boy wins, they handcuff Luchasaurus to the ropes. FTR does. And then they cut off Luchasaurus' horns. Young Bucks and Good Brothers versus the Dark Order. Young Bucks and the Good Brothers win. They cut a promo talking about how they're in the Tag Battle Royal. If they win, they get to pick their opponents, and they can pick anybody. They look at the Good Brothers, so we're led to believe, hey, maybe they'll do Young Bucks versus Good Brothers. Young Bucks should win that if they do that. Eddie Kingston versus Lance Archer. Eddie Kingston wins. The feed cut out for most people in this on this version of AEW. Didn't cut out for me though. I saw the match in full. So yeah, Eddie Kingston. No, wait. Yeah. Eddie Kingston won. Yeah. Sorry, I lost something. I don't know. Britt Baker versus Shanna. Britt Baker wins. Next, Hangman Page versus Ryan Nemeth. Who's Ryan Nemeth, you may ask? He's Dolph Ziggler's brother. How do you know he's Dolph Ziggler's brother? Look at this match. That'll tell you. Hangman Page wins, as to be expected. Darby Allin and Sting address their street fight. The gist of it, they say they're hooligans. They break some windows. Team Taz responds by beating up some people at the merch table. They put somebody through a table. They long darted somebody into the side of a production truck, just like a la the Nash and Rey Mysterio from WCW. Sting responds to Shaq, Cody, and no, sorry, Sting, not Sting, Cody. Cody responds to Shaq. Well, Cody and Red Velvet versus Shaq and Jade Cargill mixed tag match, which is probably best for all of us. Moxley talking about him, Pac, and Phoenix versus Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers. He's basically saying he's going to win. Like, his team's going to win. That's basically what he said. All right, NXT results. January 27th. Okay. MSK versus Killian Dane and Drake Maverick. MSK win. They're going on to the semifinals. Next we have Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai versus Leah and Jessica Maya. Raquel dominating. So yes, Raquel and Dakota win because Raquel dominates. Tyler Rust versus Danny Garcia. Tyler Rust wins via submission. And Stokely Hathaway went on the mic and said, I set this matchup for him so he could win. There you go. Leon Ruff and Kushida versus Grizzled Young Vets. Grizzled Young Vets win, as I expected them to. Kushida and Leon Ruff weren't going to get that far. And even if they did, Gargano was going to come out and screw over Kushida anyway, which is what happened after the match. So they lost, and then they get attacked. So setting up, Kushida versus Johnny somewhere down the line. Toni Storm makes her intentions clear. She says she wants to go after the NXT Women's Championship. Io Shirai comes out. They fight. Mercedes Martinez comes out. They fight. So triple threat at the February 14th takeover, probably. Toni Storm, Io Shirai, Mercedes Martinez. Jake, Isaiah Swerve Scott. What did I say Jake for? I don't know. Isaiah Swerve Scott versus Colossal Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed wins, as I expected him to. Match was good. Good back and forth. Adam Cole and Roddy are talking about how they're going to beat Tommaso and Thatcher. And then they're going to go on to win the Dusty Cup. Yep. Finn and O'Reilly versus Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch. Finn and O'Reilly win. And then Undisputed Era come out to make the save because Finn Balor and Kyle O'Reilly are still getting beat up. So, yeah. And then Balor goes out of the ring. And then, so yeah, obviously Pete Dunne versus Finn Balor. Sorry. Happening at some point. Geez, let me do Royal Rumble. Sorry. 2021 card. What is the card as of? What? I'm not supposed to click on that. There it is. All right. Nia Jax and Shayna versus Charlotte and Asuka. I say Charlotte and Asuka are probably going to win that. Roman versus Kevin Owens. Roman wins, obviously. Drew and Goldberg. I want Drew to win. Women's Rumble. I'll go. What would be my top three? Bianca, Bayley, and Charlotte? Ouch. That's top three for. All right. Top three for the men's rumble. Daniel Bryan, Edge. I said top three. Daniel Bryan, Edge, Big E. Daniel Bryan. I would prefer Daniel Bryan to win over those three, if I'm being honest. So yeah, that's everything. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. See you guys on Saturday.